In Duna, there is a kiss that might have changed my life. Annyeonghaseyo! Welcome to Afternoona Delight, where Leah, Megan, and Amy, romance novelists, and your K-romance guides. So grab some dekboki and listen to your new favorite unnies.
Hey, everybody.
Hello.
Hi there.
How is everyone doing?
Gang's back together.
Well, yeah, it's been a minute.
I know.
And I had a revelation that 3 years ago is when we were watching Crash Landing on You.
Yep. 100%. It was when we got Megan to start watching Crash Landing on You. Because it was soon after.
Never been the same.
Yeah.
Never been the
soon
same.
Soon after that this little thing happened in January of 2021.
So it's been 3 years.
I can't believe it.
We started, yeah, I know. It is pretty crazy. So it is 2023. And we are closing out the year by watching Singles Inferno.
As we should.
Singles Inferno 3.
3.
Because it's the best thing that Korea has produced. So Amy has not started yet, so I don't want to say much about it. I just want to say that they changed it up. Okay? So it's a little different. They have some new rules. They said that there was going to be a bigger contrast between Inferno and Paradise, and that is the truth. And it's just, look, it's such slick production. The people are interesting. And the changes they made are chef's kiss. And I could not be happier. So, by the time this podcast comes out, I think there'll be maybe 5 episodes out. Not the whole thing. But as of recording right now, there's 3 episodes out. I watched all 3. I'm obsessed. I'm just so excited.
So I'm watching 3 tonight. So episode 3 is waiting for me. I watched episode 1 and 2 last night with my 8-year-old and my 13-year-old who were like, I don't want to watch this stupid show. 15 minutes in, they were screaming at the TV. And today when I picked up Poppy from school, she was like, tonight, do we get to finish the show? Are we going to finish the show? I was like, hell yeah.
I love
exactly what we're doing.
Yeah, you betcha, because it's great.
Say loosely without any context to characters or anything, there was a character who presented at the beginning to me like a goober. I was like, no, I'm not into it. And now I'm like deeply into it. That was like a 180 in just no time at all.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm just loving everything. So I can't wait till the next episodes come out. It's just great television. I don't know what else to say. And as someone, I do not watch dating shows. Well, we know about
Flavor of Love.
Okay. So I watched some VH1 dating shows in my past. Okay. But I have not watched like a modern dating show, and I don't even know.
I've never watched The Bachelor.
Yeah, I'm not out here watching The Golden Bachelor.
So here's my challenge to you, because I cannot do this. Pitch Singles Inferno to me to make me want to watch it if I'm just a layman, because I just keep telling people, watch it. I can't explain it.
I don't know though, because so when you guys watched it the first year, I was not interested because I was like, I don't do dating shows. And I just was like fine with you guys watching it. And then when they hit a season 2, I'm like, fine, I'm just going to check out the first episode. And that's all it took. Like, I feel like that's the only way to sell it is if you don't like dating shows, just sit down for the first episode. And if you still don't like dating shows, then fine. But it will change your mind. It will change, because I am a convert.
I would say one of the attractions to it is, well, first, it's Korean. And so
yes,
it's Korean dating conventions. And the way that Korean dating conventions and just overall dealing with formal, informal language, those nuances are what make this so good. And, I know, Korean culture is very focused on age and occupation. And so one of the best things about the show is that you cannot reveal your age and your occupation until you match with someone and get to go to paradise, which is just like a really fancy hotel room. And it's really great because you have all these people on like an even playing field who are not used to being on an even playing field. And they're all so like they do a really good job at getting interesting characters and people in a variety of different professions. So I think this year there's really like a good variety so far. And so yeah, it's putting people on this even playing field, matching them, and it's just even them sleeping in the same room is like considered pretty forward, and it's just fantastic. And they're all like, I mean, some of these women are like straight up Barbies. Like I like built like Barbie. Like what gene pool let them look like Barbies? And I'm like a bow-legged potato. Stop. Like
here's the thing that I find jarring, because they do this for the show. They do it for the show, so I acknowledge it. But the confidence statement that they make at the beginning, I mean, that's pretty typical to dating shows. And it's really sat with me because I'm like, I feel like I'm a confident person. Like, just by nature, I feel confident in most places.
Mm-hmm.
And I also feel like I have been so indoctrinated. Like, it would cause me physical pain to sit in a chair and just talk about what hot shit I am and like how awesome I am and what makes me the best. It would really like, that's something. And I think that doesn't this happen in all dating shows? Like where you have the moment where you hype and you're like, I am the so-and-so and I have the prettiest smile.
Mm-hmm.
And
I think so. Yeah.
And there's just something about these women who are wearing like demure clothes and they're just like, oh, the guys hit on me. Every man I meet has a crush on me. Look at my dimples. And I'm like, you know what, girl? Go on. You tell him. Because you do
But
look
then they
great.
get in their bikinis and you're like, holy damn.
And you're like, oh, they're how? And they're all I love it because there's it's not but us but one's a Pilates instructor again, and we all know one of our favorites from season 1 was a Pilates instructor. Like who are these? I want to go to one of these Pilates places in Korea.
I don't, because I will be the potato on the floor.
Yeah, I'll be the bow-legged potato, sweating.
Yeah, my daughter at one point was like,
anyway,
I don't
it's
know
just
whose
fantastic.
titties I like. Like, do I like his titties or who's got better titties, him or her? I don't know. And I was like, honestly, this is a mystery for the ages. We'll never know. Just
right.
A good day for
a
good day for titties all around.
It is. All great titties.
That is how you sell Singles Inferno. A good day for titties all around.
There you go. And like men who are like, I have broad shoulders. Then this other guy's like, I have broad shoulders. And then this other guy's like, I have the broadest shoulders of them all.
Okay,
It's like
so
Goldilocks
one thing I'm going to just say, because it's on my heart, and it's not really a spoiler, I've never seen people eat carrots like I saw people eat carrots.
That was wild. That was wild that they were eating carrots like apples. I was like, you can slice them.
Or like the
what is
picky, like the
happening?
slow licking chew of a carrot. Like, I mean, there was just the carrot techniques were all over the place.
I agree. I was also fascinated by that. And the way they cut cucumber was also fascinating.
How do they cut cucumbers?
It was just, they were just like big, kind of like weird slanted chunks, like not like slices. Like I was like, just slice it, like cucumber slices. It was just very weird. Anyway, so that's just a little segue into kind of what we're I can't think of a better way to ring in the holidays than Singles Inferno. I'm so pleased. Yeah. But yeah, so today's episode is going to be a little bit of, I would say, like a wrap of 2023. We're just going to talk a little bit about some of our favorites from the year. And Sarah from Afternoona Asks was nice enough to do a little poll of some of our listeners. I think they were Patreon members. So we have some responses from them as well, which is kind of cool. so we can kind of let you know what they have to say. So,
and as always in the comments, we want to hear your answers about, what we talk about tonight for you, if you weren't part of the Patreon poll.
Yeah, and so I guess first of all, was it a good year for you guys? Like, would you overall say, were you happy with the dramas you watched this year? I guess in relation to other years. I know we haven't been at this that long, but it has been
3 years
yeah.
And I've never analyzed my television watching before now, because it's never been this good.
Right.
And now it's really, really good. Yeah, I think it was a good year. I feel like nothing is ever going to, it's hard because I feel like it's really hard to recapture that feeling of discovering K-dramas, right? That's a feeling that you're never going to have again, is discovering it for the first time. But I do feel like there are, a couple of dramas, that hit me this year really hard in that, yay, there are still new dramas that are going to make me feel all of the feels like I felt when I watched Crash Landing on You for the first time.
Yeah. I mean, I would say the same, that I'm never going to get back, I think, the feeling I had when I watched Healer. I am not a robot. I'm sorry. Those are just, because I think you can't get back those moments too of early K-drama watching. There's just something about that. And some, if I watch Healer now, I don't think I would have had the same reaction, but it's all about timing.
Absolutely.
As K-dramas love to say, love is all about timing. But overall, I was really happy, I would say, with the variety of K-dramas I watched this year. I even watched a Seguk. Good for me.
Good.
Oh no, I watched 2. Well, okay. First of all, Tale of the Nine-Tailed 1938 doesn't really count. It's kind of historical. But I watched Joseon Attorney, A Morality, and My Dearest. So I watched 2 historicals, and that's pretty good for me. I
mean, there was a lot of history in See You in My 19th Life.
There you go.
I get a little bit of credit there. Yeah.
Yeah, true.
But yeah, no Segooks for me.
So I think for me this year was the year I really went in on BL hard. And I feel like it's changed my entire fucking life. The trajectory of my life. So I would say this was a great year for me for BLs. I have gone from win to win to win. Japanese BL has become a real special place for me. And so I like that I've expanded. K-drama is still home, but I like that I have other places to go. And I think that, for sure BL's really upped their game for me this year. And so Thai BL, KBL, and JBL. C-dramas came back for me with, Love Between Fairy and Devil. It had been a while since I'd watched a C-drama. We've got lots of recommendations for others. So I feel like in that space, that was all great. For K-drama, I would say that I feel like I started the year off strong. I had a bit of a saggy middle, and I feel like I felt like I hit fall, and I've gotten some good ones again.
That's fair. Yeah, I would say I had some saggy times this year. I think life was really getting back into the groove again, and there were definitely times where I felt like I pushed K-dramas a little bit to the side, but then they'd come roaring back. So it's they never, you know what I mean? I'd get hooked on one, and all of a sudden I'd be like, why am I not doing this, every hour of every day? So, all right, let's do kind of some superlatives, I guess. So, who is your favorite heroine of the year?
For me, I think it was, and keep in mind, we're talking about what we watched this year, not just 2023 drama. So just to clarify, because if I shout something out and you're like, that wasn't in 2023, we're talking about what we watched in 2023. And I don't think that you all talk like a teenage boy. I don't know why I did that, but that's usually how I talk when I'm imitating my son, who just got a mullet, by the way. I haven't told you guys that yet. He got a mullet yesterday.
Oh, I need to see this.
Yeah. I put Muduk from Alchemy of Souls. She has just been somebody who has nestled into my heart and has not left. And I still miss her.
Oh, I know.
Jung So Min.
Yeah.
Jung So Min. Sorry.
Jung So Min. I said Gil Che from My Dearest and Duna. From Duna.
So I'm going to go with
Thanks for that
I'm going to
clarification.
go with a non 2023 heroine, and that is Mijung, played by our favorite Kim Ji-won from My Liberation Notes, which I watched this year. It is not a 2023 drama, but she was my favorite heroine of this year.
Well,
Yeah,
right, that's
you
what we're
did
saying
love
is
her.
we're not just talking about 2023 dramas. Like that's the whole point.
Because that's too hard to do.
Yeah, no, we're
Don't-
talking about
don't
what
make us
what
do
we
that.
watched. And some of them are 2023 dramas, but some are just what we watched this year.
And I'm
Yeah.
going to give my honorable mention to Orchid from Love Between Fairy and Devil.
Ugh.
Orchid's a good one.
I
Freaking
felt like
I loved
Orchid
her.
was an unsung hero.
Ugh. Yeah. Okay, and so who was our favorite hero of the year?
I mean, not to be too on brand here, but Jungkook from Alchemy of Souls.
On brand.
I mean, Lee I'm sorry, like he came for me hard this year, and I'm happy for it.
For me, it was without a doubt Lee Jang-hyun from My Dearest.
I mean, well deserved. He was great. I said Jong-uk and Moon Supreme. So Jong-uk from Alchemy of Souls and Moon Supreme from Love Between Fairy and Devil. So the Patreon question was, what's a standout 2023 performance? And 26% of our people who took the poll, which was 43 people, said Nam Gun Min, which is Lee Jong-hyun from My Dearest. So, yeah, it doesn't really surprise me. Second place was a tie between Rowoon from Destined with You,
Yes.
Ji Chang-uk in The Worst of Evil, and On Woo-jin, which is Gil Che from My Dearest. Yeah, so I mean, I'm not surprised. I think our listeners really loved My Dearest. So I think My Dearest kind of had a lot of, and I think too, it's like with like award shows, the ones that are like closest to like the end of the year, the awards. That's the ones
Right.
like fresh in your mind, and you're thinking.
That's
about.
how it always is. Yeah.
Yeah. So I wanted to ask, what's our favorite kiss of the year?
So I am really sad that you guys didn't see this. It is hands down, speaking of Rowoon, it is hands down the cotton candy kiss at the end of Destined with You. I don't even know how to ever look at cotton candy again without getting turned on. Like, it is the sexiest thing. And it was so unexpected. The sexiness of this drama in general was unexpected because it was very, very chaste for a long time and then got very, very sexy. Ooh. And the very, I'm just going to spoil the end of the drama. Like, I've shown you guys pictures of it. And any of you listening, if you don't want to know about the cotton candy kiss at the end of the drama, too bad. Here you go. So everything's good. We're all happy. Like, we have our happily ever after. And the couple is, they're just walking, under the peach blossoms. It's a beautiful sunny day, and there's a cotton candy vendor, and our hero goes and buys a thing of cotton candy and takes a bite of it, and she's like, "What about me? Like, you didn't get me any." And he takes a bite, and she leans up and like bites the cotton candy out of his mouth.
Like Frenches it out of his mouth?
Frenches it out of his mouth. And
Then.
Yeah. I mean, I can't. Yeah, it's too much. It's way too much. So I watched this drama with BTS Megan, and we did a podcast on it, and she had finished before me, and I messaged her on Instagram. I was like, just with a picture of the cotton candy, I'm like, what the actual fuck? Like, what just happened? I am ruined. So good. Yeah. Best kiss ever.
Okay, so I decided to leave one of my choices for Megan because I knew it really impacted you, Megan. So I'm going to leave you to that one
Mm.
because I know that you loved it, and I had some other strong
Is
contenders.
is it? Oh, so is it the
Yeah,
one I?
do you want to
Is
do
it the one I
yours?
typed in? Sure. I was very impacted by in Duna. There is a kiss that might have changed my life. But Duna kisses the hero, and well, actually, let me preface this. There a lot of times in Duna, there's no background music, and I loved that choice. So there is a kiss in Duna where Duna kisses the hero. So it's like she takes the initiative, and he's like very surprised and kind of like leans back and ends up like sitting on the counter. And they pan down, and there's like his the one toe of his shoe is still touching the ground, and he's also really giving it with this kiss like she is. And there's the slow mo. There's like ice on the counter, and he knocks it off. And there's this like slow mo shot of the ice falling, and all you hear is like the crackling of the ice hitting the ground while they're like just so like it's just the world in that moment is just that kiss. More kisses come later that are even better, but there is something about the silence, the ice falling. I cannot stop thinking about it. I think about that kiss all the time. I love it so much, and I remember messaging Leah, like screaming in her DMs about this kiss. It was that good.
So
Thank you for letting me have
you're
that.
welcome.
I appreciate it.
So I had a kiss that changed the trajectory of my life, but it was not a K drama. So first, I'm just going to say for me, a K drama that I thought was like, it just hit what a K drama kiss should be. It embodied everything good about a K drama kiss, and that was King of the Land. They're cooking, sprinklers go off, so you've got like the wetness, and then it's like he gets her on the counter, more traditional, and it's like the pouring wetness. Oh my god, I just spaced. Jung Ho. Jun Ho, yeah. No, Jun Ho, yeah. Lee Jun Ho. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
So and then you got Lee Jun Ho in like a white business shirt, getting like soaked through, and he's got like his lady on the counter. So I mean, in terms of classic K-drama kisses, I'm gonna give it there. The kiss that changed the trajectory and like social emotional like center of my heart was from My Beautiful Man Eternal, the movie, and it is the couple in a bathtub. And we have what's funny is the dominant in the relationship is actually not the dominant sexually, which works well in a choice. And we have the hero, like the more confident hero, have a moment of vulnerability, kind of like turn around in a bathtub, switch, and like he's looking in a mirror because he can't like he needs to just be like private, but you can see his reflection. He's looking in like a mirror that like leans down in the bathtub, and then the other guy like swims up behind him. It's a pretty big fucking bathtub, and kind of like goes in with like a side like very forceful kind of like grabby kiss in the bathtub, and there's just something because it's quiet and there's like the sloshing of water and kind of like a sense of urgency. It's hot.
I completely agree. And I know that scene and it's fantastic. And I agree. And the best part too is like they pan away and there's just this like rubber ducky like floating on the like rocking
and then the
water.
rubber ducky gets like whooshed out of the tub.
Because there's like turbulence in the water. It's great. Okay, and why don't we go with it? What's our favorite drama that we watched in 2023?
So it's a toss up for me, and these two are dramas that I have said are both like in my top 10, if not my top 5. I don't know what my top 5 is right now, but toss up between Alchemy of Souls and A Time Called You. I was just here for like the tragic fated mates romances this year. I mean, I always am, but we had some good ones on our list this year.
Yeah.
All right, I'm giving it my K drama was Duna. all the way. I loved Duna, and I don't care what anyone says. Fuck it. Duna was great. My actual
I agree.
favorite, My Beautiful Man, hands down. My Beautiful Man ruined this entire year is defined by My Beautiful Man, the JBL. It is all I care about, truly.
Well, you watched it like
I think I'm on
numerous
like
times
my
this year.
7th rewatch.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You watched it repeatedly.
And
Yeah.
then I also am going to shout out Love Between Fairy and Devil, the sea drama.
Yeah, I'd be like, Leah, what are you watching? She's like, My Beautiful Man. I'm like,
I just
again?
couldn't. I mean, look, that's the thing. Is
It's okay.
yeah. I don't apologize. It was just what happened. I will still continue to watch it over and over and over.
As you say, the heart
just
wants
does.
what the heart wants. And I'm gonna say Alchemy of Souls and Love Between Fairy and Devil. I would say Duna is up there too. The more I think about Duna, the more I like it. I mean, gosh, I watch so much. Like it is really hard because there are so many dramas I like, but I would say those are the ones that like stick with me. So our poll, My Dearest got first place.
Wow.
Which, yeah, I'm not surprised about that. Call It Love and Twinkling Watermelon tied for second. Which we haven't seen either of those.
I saw
and
Call
Twinkling
It
Watermelon is
I saw
on my
Call
list.
It Love, and then I forgot. I got to episode 6 and dropped it and forgot, and I have been. Sarah's not happy about that and has basically said you need to finish it. And what's worse is when we did our pod together, she's like, "Well, what about Call It Love?" And I'm like, "I don't even know that drama." She's like, "What do you mean you were watching it?" And then I had to go back and look and be like, "Oh, I was." The thing was, I was really into the opening. It's got a very, very good opening. And then I think what I was just describing, which is my issue, because I didn't get that far. I only got to 6. So I didn't even get to the Seggy middle. I think I got into that like Seggy discussion part and kind of just like,
Yeah,
I was in that like debate and I kind of like faded out. So I do have to come back and finish that. And I am for sure going to watch Twinkling Watermelon.
Yeah. Oh, I bet Sarah's so mad at you.
She just wanted me to know. She was like, the Patreon, Leah, really liked it. And I'm like, I will finish it. I will finish it.
Yeah, yeah. And then, so, in the poll, Sarah also asked an underrated drama of the year, and first place by 23% was Call It Love. So the comment was slow burn drama with outstanding acting and a very realistic conflict between the main couple as to why they couldn't easily be together.
A good conflict goes a long way.
Genuine and understandable characters who make you feel the pain and joy of life and love. And then someone said maybe because it was on Disney Plus or Hulu, or maybe because of the arty pink filter. Or maybe because the slow pace, but I don't think the drama was as watched as it should have been. But they said it's my top drama of the year. So, yeah. Duna got 2 votes. Way to go, Duna. We liked it. And then, okay, what was your favorite couple of the year?
So for favorite couple, I've got Jun Yo Bin and An Hyo Sup as all the characters that they played in A Time Called You.
The like 5 million couples
Because I'm not, like, I don't want to give any of the drama away. First of all, for those of you who haven't watched it, just no matter who they were in the drama, I love them when they were together. Like, to me, their chemistry was outstanding. And I love them so much. I hold them in my heart.
Yeah. I would probably say Orchid and Moon Supreme.
That's a good one.
Or, you know what? I love the couple in Duna. Fight me. I did.
I haven't watched yet, so like
It just hit Megan and
I'm
I
so
were both
interested
just like, it just got Megan and I.
I was really hit.
And we
really
are going
hit.
to do it. Like, it's on our list for the pod, so don't worry. I'm going to watch it. I'm interested in this sort of like dichotomy of reactions to it.
You know what? I would say my runner-up couple is from Love to Hate You. I freaking love
Which
them.
is still on my
So,
list because
yeah.
I
Love to Hate You was so good.
I'm in love with Toyu, so I keep forgetting that I have to watch that. Love
He's so
him.
good. So that might be my runner-up favorite couple.
I think the do nothing is that you have to really love the new adult vibes. And if you loved so I think you will like it because
Yeah, I do too.
and
I
if
do
you
too.
find new adult something that would make you impatient or annoyed, then this is not the drama for you.
Correct. That's exactly it. So yeah, if the decisions that age group make bug you, kind of, or that like kind of questionable time in your life where you're starting out and you're figuring out who you are and blah 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 blah, all of that. That's what Duna's about.
Okay, my couple's easy. Gil Che and Lee Jong Hyun from My Dearest.
Yeah.
And that's my K-drama.
Yep.
I've already talked enough about how really this was the year for me of JBL and C-drama, but for K-drama, hands down, the lead couple from My Dearest, not even a question.
Yeah, so the poll, My Dearest won, 26%. Not surprising, but runner-up was King the Land, main leads.
They were
so that's interesting.
Adorable. They had great chemistry. I felt like King of the Land sputtered out to me. I watched it. I think am I the only one that watched it?
Yeah,
Yes.
I didn't. I watched like 3 episodes and then
I watched one
I really
episode.
enjoyed it, but it just like it did sputter out at the end. Whatever, it just ran out of steam. But they were adorable.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Lee Jun Ho. Like I get
And
it.
Yuna was great. I mean, it was she was fantastic.
Okay, so second male lead or second female lead, what was your favorite, or who was your favorite?
So I went with a movie on this one, and it's kind of cheating, maybe not. So I chose both the male leads, Hae-sung and Arthur, in the movie Past Lives, because I love both of them. I think they're both amazing green flag heroes, but for reasons neither of them had Nora's whole heart, because she was a divided woman in many ways, and I thought it was just so beautifully done. So I would write an SOS for both of them, except that I just love the movie so much I wouldn't change a thing.
Mm-hmm. I put See You in My 19th Life second couple, so both of them. I love them.
So
They're my
good.
favorite. Yeah, they're my favorite secondary couple, I think, of the year.
And they're a great secondary couple who get their own HEA, so you don't have to like pine for them after the drama's over.
Correct. Yeah. And well, I don't know. I could also say that my other favorite secondary couple was Lee Rong and his mermaid from Till the Nine Tailed 1938.
I still need to finish that.
I don't.
Oh my god.
I don't know if you'd call them like the secondary romance. I don't know, but I'm gonna go with that too, because that was also really sweet. I loved it a lot. They had some really, really romantic moments. Remember the horseback? Did you get to the did you get to the part where they did horseback riding? They just because she always wanted to be able to ride a horse.
I don't think I
like
did.
when she had legs, and so he takes her. He just finds this horse because it's Till the Night Till 1938, and just does this picnic with her on a horse. Oh, it's freaking great! It's great.
Okay, I am going to go with. I'm going back to My Liberation Notes, which again isn't 2023, but I watched it this year and it left a huge impression on me. And that was the role played by Lee Min-ki, which is Chang-yi, which is the brother in My Liberation Notes. And you know what? Lee Min-ki, we have not talked about him enough because because this is my first life. He was great in that, but I really just loved him in My Liberation Notes. I felt like it was a complicated role to play, and he did it so well. Because this is my first life, it's a pretty flat, his personality is meant to be kind of flat and
Oh, but I thought he was great,
yes,
though.
I agree. I think he did it amazing and played it with heart.
Yeah.
This other role, though,
Yes.
required him to be like a very kind of like disappointed, restless, yet good humor. Like he had to give a lot more. And he hit all these different notes really well. And he could have been really obnoxious and unlikable and made you kind of annoyed the whole time. He's just somebody that's kind of had that attitude of like, I should have been somebody. I should have been a contender. And that personality can get annoying. But you realize by the end of the drama, he's found a purpose. And it just checks out for his character so well. And he just has, like, he just played the whole thing in a way that just never got annoying. And I always felt sympathetic to him.
In the poll, the second leads in See You in My 19th Life, and Duna, the second lead, Choi Ira, remember?
Amazing. I almost put that
Duna?
down.
She was really great. So they were tied for first place, which is fair. I actually I like the main couple in Duna kind of really took over for me, but I did love Choi Ira. Okay, and then honorable mention scenes that we can't forget from this year.
Okay, so I've got a couple. First, it's Kay and Sul Yol saying goodbye in Bad and Crazy in the stairwell of the hotel, we'll just call it. Trying not to give anything away. That was a scene, like, I was not expecting Bad and Crazy to make me a sobbing, blubbering mess, and I was. And I love it for it. And yeah, we had June as Kay forever and evermore. Thank you very much. And then the other one is the very much cliffhanger ending of Alchemy of Souls Part 1, which is the rising from the funeral pyre.
Yeah. Oh, so good.
So
good.
Yeah, you covered two of mine, which was the end of Alchemy and just Moon Supreme falling in love in general was just like absolute kryptonite amazing. So I'm going to add a shout out to Back to My Dearest with Jung Hyun's sword play. This guy could rock a sword in a way that was just like, he really could do the sword. And I loved it. And also shout out to his shirtless scene where she like walks in when he's like, you know, taking care of his wound and he's shirtless. And his confession scene is one of the best confession scenes to me in Korean dramas. And in a nutshell, without a lot of spoilers, it's the confession scene that I think any human would want to get, because essentially he recognizes and calls out all of her, like from her shitty parts to her amazing parts, and is essentially like, each of those things is absolutely precious to me. Like, it's not that I like tolerate your shittiness. I love you for the fact that you're shitty. Like, and he just sits there and gives like the full gamut confession to her.
Okay, so talking about Tale of the Nine-Tailed now has me remembering how much I actually really like that drama. There is a fight on a moving train. And look, I've watched The Worst of Evil, which had tons of action scenes, but I would say the fight on the train, I remember clapping and giddily laughing watching that fight on the train.
That was good.
Because it was funny at the same time.
The comedy is A+ in 1938.
God.
It really is.
It is so good. Like, honestly, I made a list of the dramas I watched this year, and like looking back over it, I was like, I fucking loved Till the Nine-Tailed 1938. So I would say that the train fight was just, you know how from the original Tale of the Nine-Tailed, the E brothers like fighting back to back in that like
zombies.
Forest of Zombies. Yeah. Well, the train fight was very, very. There was actually several scenes from Tale of the Nine-Tailed 1938.
Look,
that
I do want to call out one more that we would be remiss not to mention, because it was a pod favorite: the hydrochloric acid in Little Women.
Oh my god.
Coming
totally
from the
forgot.
sprinklers in the greenhouse, in the orchid greenhouse. Yeah.
God, we did love that. And then the other one, which will the My Dearest podcast be out before this or after this?
Before.
Before? Okay. So I talked about this on that podcast, but the scene from My Dearest where she is, the heroine Gilche is running on the beach holding essentially the crown prince, the heir to the Joseon throne, holding his baby son. Her running in slow-mo from barbarians looking to pierce her with arrows, because she knows that this is the only way she can save her friends. And I cried, which is it was like a weird scene, I think, to cry. But I cried because it was just, God, it was so good. It was just so much courage, and the way the actress played that role was incredible. And so let's talk about the favorite podcast that we did this year.
So I don't like picking a favorite because it's like choosing between my children, because I love everyone that we do. And I don't want to talk about one where Leah was absent because we missed you a lot last week. But I do have to say, not even just doing the podcast for A Time Called You, but trying to write a script for A Time Called You and trying to wrap Megan and I were exhausted after recording that drama and trying to puzzle out how the time travel worked. I like a good challenge. And it just kind of cracked me up, like how hard it was to talk about that drama. And that one just dropped today. So interested to see like what people think of it. But yeah, that stands out to me because it just happened. Mm-hmm. But like I almost wrote something else, but then I saw the next question was favorite pod moment, and so my favorite pod moment is coming with all three of us.
I mean, this sounds bad, but they kind of just all blur. I can't remember.
They do. That's why I'm mentioning what happened last week. You know what I mean? Because like that's what's freshest in my mind.
Yes.
So I think I actually really, really like talking about Black Knight. That was a fun podcast because we were just
forgot Black Knight existed.
Remember when we talked about the wheelchair, like that? We had to like just turn it a little bit to like, foil the bad guy.
I feel like anytime we crack each other up is like my favorite podcast. You know what I mean?
I know.
Like that does make it fun.
Yeah, I think that was my favorite.
I'm agnostic. I can't even. I just was like, did we podcast this year? I can't remember a single podcast we did.
It's crazy. I know. I was looking back through. I was like, oh yeah, we really did every week. Look at us. Okay, so yeah, do we have a favorite pod moment of the year? Which I think Amy and I feel the same.
Yeah, I mean, I like hats off to our Patreon for giving us, content for our uncensored, but really like slow clap to our patron Emma for giving us Kim Finn, because Kim Finn is the gift that keeps on giving. Kim Finn I think kind of goes hand in hand with the sperm.
I was just gonna say, I take it all back.
from...
Sperm Backpack was my favorite.
Yeah, Sperm
podcast.
Backpack is the best. Yeah, I am going. Sperm Backpack is probably the best podcast we did.
That was Alchemy of Souls.
As far as Alchemy of Souls, the Sperm Backpack. Yeah,
Alchemy of Souls, right?
Yes, because we were talking. So I have a friend who's watching Alchemy right now, and so I brought that up to her, and she was dying, like, because the question still remains: is the soul of an unborn child in the body or in like the soul of the person who's procreating? Where does that soul come from, and does it travel in the backpack of the sperm from?
I don't even know. Were we on drugs? I don't even understand what happened there.
I know. I don't know. But you're right. Soul Backpack and Kim Finn were my favorite pod moments of this year. Although, I mean, we've had a lot, but Kim Finn is when I peed myself laughing. So, because
it's the pulling the harpoon out.
I made a Instagram reel of that moment, and I'm literally like, I'm like, help, help! I'm like dying. I am laughing so hard. So, yeah, I would say those were. I mean, there's so many. I mean, I like laughing. Obviously, we do this for fun. And even when we criticize a drama, we're not like mad about it. Like we're just, we just want to have a good time.
Sometimes I'm mad about it.
Okay.
I already forgot the name of the drama that we hated, Leah, about the reality dating show.
Oh my God.
Oh, what was that called? I didn't
remember.
I can't even.
I'll say, if you're looking, I'll say one of my favorite moments, because it was in my memory, was when I learned the breaking news that An Bo-hyun and Jisoo were dating, and you thought I was
so
choking
funny
to death.
We like thought we were having a heart attack.
Oh,
you're like, oh my God, someone Leah needs a welfare check. And then the paramedics show up, and it's just you in front of the computer staring at pictures of An Bo-hyun and Jisoo.
Gone too soon. No, I don't even know. Maybe it was just for...
Love is for suckers.
Oh my God.
Yeah, love is for suckers.
Fuck that drama.
Yep. I know.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I couldn't even remember like Choi Si-won's name. I had to look up. She was pretty because I knew he was in She Was Pretty.
Yeah, ugh.
That's what happens when a drama's not good.
Look,
we forget
somebody
what it's
could be
called.
sitting here listening that was my favorite drama of the year. So I'm sorry.
And I'm sorry if it was. We did a podcast on it because we watched it, and as we talked about it, we just realized how much we did not like it. But it's okay if you did, but we didn't.
Not one bit.
Yeah. Well, so we have some manifestations from the poll, which I think is kind of cool.
We love manifesting.
So I wanted to read a couple of the manifesting that our listeners are doing for 2024. So first one I see is, which I totally agree with, give me something epic, like Love Between Fairy and Devil or Alchemy of Souls. I want to be swept away. Mm-hmm. Like, amen.
Yep.
And the thing is with dramas like that, though, I need them to be like spaced apart. Like, I can't watch dramas like that back to back, but like, I like that though. Like, I like watching like other things in between, but then knowing that there's some like epic love story like waiting for me in this like grandiose drama,
and that will consume me. That will consume me because I was consumed by both of those.
Same. Yeah. So I completely agree with that. Ensemble drama with wit and warmth in a niche industry I don't know much about, and then they put shipping in parentheses. Do they mean like
shipping industry?
Like boating?
Wait, can you repeat that?
Yeah. Ensemble drama with wit and warmth in a niche industry I don't know much about. And then they put shipping in parentheses with a side of romance. Like, do they mean boating? I think she means like the boating industry, which, yeah, you know what? That would be cool.
While we're on the topic of boats, Singles Inferno, I am manifesting a fucking Coast Guard drama stat.
Oh my God. There is a contestant on Singles Inferno. I am sorry. He's in the Coast Guard. I'm not telling you who he is. You know how when they introduce a character, they do this like package of like B-roll of like them doing their job?
Yep.
The slow-mo footage of this
barking
man
at the television.
Oh my God! Wearing his uniform,
black wetsuit,
marching out, ready to save some dumbass in the ocean. I was like, hell yes! Oh my God, it was so good. It's straight out of a K-drama.
I feel like I feel like I would want that to be like to the soundtrack, to the like playing behind it. I want it to be I'm Just Ken from Barbie.
let me see. Ooh, someone said they want a good, proper space sci-fi with an ensemble cast with a little touch of romance and horror. So, Silent Sea, but better.
So you'll say, so not Silent Sea.
So not Silent Sea, but better. I mean, I would love to see like a good like sci-fi,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's got to be.
Isn't Lee Min-ho coming out in a space drama? I feel like he is. I feel like he is. I'm going to look this up.
Okay. In the meantime, someone wrote more zombies and horror. Hell yeah. More zombies.
Yeah, well, are we getting All of Us Are Dead too?
Yeah, sometime. I think so, yeah.
When the stars gossip. Also,
Okay.
ask the literal title is Ask the Stars. That's better. Set in a space station and on Earth, a romance takes place between a Korean OBGYN, Gong Ryung, played by Lee Min-ho, and Korean-American astronaut Eve Kim, played by Kang Hyo-jin. He's an OBGYN. Give me a checkup, buddy.
Let's see how that goes. Okay, I like this. A few things. To see Udo Wan play a lead in a romance, yes. For Ji Chang-wook to keep making good dramas, and for the Noonas to watch Hidden Love so I can be a guest on the podcast. The hype on this drama has died down, but not for me. I'm on my 4th rewatch already.
Yeah, Tanya was telling me a lot about Hidden Love. Like that was her comfort drama this summer that she was just rewatching. Tanya from Afternoona Army. I can't talk tonight. And that's a C drama. That's a C drama, just a contemporary romance, correct? I believe.
I think so, yeah. So someone says a well-written drama starring EJ Ook. That would be great.
Just that. That's all there is.
That's it.
Okay.
That's it.
End of the manifestation right there. Okay, I'll take it.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Another one said a vampire drama, but a dark, angsty, twisty
Yes,
one.
please.
Yeah, because they had one, but it was like, I think it was like, it was really humorous.
Yeah, no, I don't want a humorous vampire.
With Taecyeon.
I want a angsty vampire. Faux show.
Yeah. This is, I want something warm and fuzzy, funny, and ensemble like Hospital Playlist. Less violence, more laughing. I respect that. Oh, here it is. Park So-ham of Semantic Error ends his military service on December 9th. So he's already out. He has been doing some stuff on social media.
Becky was
so I'm
really
hoping he gets
for him to get up.
Yeah, I'm hoping he gets many roles and praying for a Semantic Error second season. And then someone said a Gong Yu rom-com.
Please, like a Gong Yu something, please.
Yeah. A bodyguard drama.
Yes.
Thank you.
So we have that kind of going on with My Demon.
Okay. I'd like a, I don't want a paranormal
like,
one. I want a regular human one.
Okay.
Yeah, I really do. I do. My Demon does have it on, but it's not fulfilling my bodyguard.
I gotcha.
Itch. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Ooh, I would love a one night stand meets forced proximity, a la Fated to Love You, or kind of because this is my first life. I would love that. KBLs with runtimes longer than 20 minutes. You and me both. Oh yeah, dramas with Gong Yu, Park Bo Gum, and Choi Woo Shik. What happened to them? I know many are filming side movies or projects, but can we get a serious drama?
Yeah, Woo Shik. I miss him.
Yeah. Oh, here's dramas that earn their 16 episode length.
Yes.
A spicier drama. Oh, then someone said, no murder or deaths in my rom-coms. I don't know why this is so hard. I didn't read all of them because it's a lot. But I appreciate everyone who participated, and also thank you to Sarah for setting up.
Yeah, that was amazing, Sarah.
And it was really great. She sent us like this whole spreadsheet with a summary. It was like so organized. I think Amy appreciated it probably the most.
I mean, so easy to read, just tab by tab with like everything ranked. Yeah. I mean, it was beautiful.
So thank you, Sarah. We'll probably do another one next year. Get even a larger sample size, but that was that was fun. It's fun to reminisce and look back on what we watched. Like I made a list and I was like, wow, I really watched like a shit ton this year.
One drama we haven't talked about that I know has gotten a lot of love as well, and I'm kind of interested because I think it's look. And the other thing is that Amy, I know you're really busy, but it just felt like it was such an Amy drama. Was Moving.
Yeah, I know. Well, so I started it, but then I got sidetracked because of stuff for the pod. But yeah, I do want to watch Moving.
Me too.
The only hindrance for me is that it's supposed to be pretty violent. So maybe I can get my son to watch it with me, in which case that would give me extra time to watch it. Because like whenever my son and I are alone, we watch something together. And all the shows that he and I have just been watching on our own, like we watch a lot of Amazon Prime, like action stuff, like Reacher and Jack Ryan and stuff like that. Yeah,
My husband loves Reacher.
it's good. It's good.
The actor who plays Reacher is
He's
pretty
cute.
awesome. And did you see him in real life? He's like a golden retriever.
And he's ginormous.
Ginormous. He's
Ginormous.
massive.
Yeah. But yeah, so yeah, because I got him to watch All of Us Are Dead with me, so it'll be, maybe I'll be able to sell it to him with the whole like action superhero type stuff, superpowers, I should say.
Yeah, I do want to watch that. It's on my list for sure. Right now, I'm kind of all about My Demon, Welcome to Sam Daw-Ree, and Singles Inferno. Like, I'm sorry. Singles Inferno is going to have me in a chokehold until it's over.
Yeah,
like,
I'm all in on My Demon right now. Like, I
I'm
love
really
it.
I'm really enjoying it.
For both of us, it's our first Song Kang, and we get it.
I get it now, guys. I said it on a recent podcast how I didn't get him, and now I get it. Like, he's very, very good. And overall, the tone of My Demon is just fitting what I kind of want for the holiday season. Like right now, I don't really want to cry right now. So like, just give me something that's
I feel like there's going to be some emotion though. Like there's
No, I know, but it's funny and
Yeah,
it's like
it is.
and the humor feels
But you know they
good.
can do it all, so you never know.
They can
what's
do it
gonna come
all.
hit you.
True. But it
yeah.
feels like what I want right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm happy with it. I need to get back to Welcome to Sam Daw-Ree. I'm like a few episodes behind, but because I do think that one's going to be an emotional overload. Which I'm okay
and
with.
I've watched the first one of that, so I gotta. Then My Demon, like it's hard for me to double dip, but I'm gonna try.
I know. So yeah. Anything else you want to add about the year? I guess just thank you again for
giving us
listening
another
to
year.
us. Yeah, thank you. I mean, we're gonna keep doing this because
we would do it if nobody was listening, but the amount of you that are listening, just for an example, like this actually like tickled me. Like we had like a slight hiccup with our scheduling of our podcast like a week ago, and it didn't drop at the time it was supposed to, and people were telling us
they were. But let's say I scheduled
I wasn't going to call anybody out.
But I did. I thought it was. I scheduled it. I always schedule it for 6 a.m. And of course, I didn't change. It's p.m. I'm actually surprised I haven't done that.
But I
before.
wasn't going to call you out because
but it's funny.
I remember when we were posting the early Afternoona asks, and I posted it without uploading the audio file, so it happens, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But like, no, what really like warmed my heart is that there were people who were waiting for our episode to drop, and it wasn't there, and they were sad,
and they were like, "Where is it?" We're like, "Oh my gosh, so sorry." But
like, we love that you're out there, like waiting to listen to us do this.
Yeah.
It's lovely. Thank you.
We love it. And so, yeah, we hope you are manifesting good things for 2024, and we'll be with you that year too. So
just get me a bodyguard idol romance, everybody.
Right. Let's do it. Let's do it, guys.
Oh, Leah, talk about what you were manifesting for our first BTS member who's coming back.
This is true. So, okay, BTS, the final 4
there.
members who had not enlisted this week. I'm not going to get into that. It's been very painful for me. But 2024 is going to see the return of 2 members. The first member coming back is Amy's Bias and Sex on a Stick, truly. Worldwide Handsome. Seokjin is coming back. And you know, he's got some time to kill. He's got a whole year until the gang's all back. And I know he's going to put out an album. I know he's going to do his thing. He went to school to be an actor. You've got time to kill. I want to see him in a drama. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Put this man in a drama.
Yeah.
Post-military Kim Suk-jin in a
To
drama.
be like the
in a
main
drama.
character,
Please,
I get
do
it,
it.
but like he needs to be in it with his post-military. I mean, he already holds up the world with his shoulders. Put him in. God, he's got a good mouth.
Yep.
I agree.
Oof.
Yep. I will
Sea
manifest
creature
that
I
with
wanna
you. I
eat.
want to see that too.
I just want to put that kahi on his
Oh my
lips
God,
for
it's
him.
they're so bulbous.
Plump. Bulbous.
Bulbous. Oh God. Okay, everyone. Well, thank you for joining us. Like I said, hope you have an amazing new year, and yeah, we'll see you in 2024. See you next year.
See you next year.
Annyeong!
Annyeong.
Kamsahamnida. Thank you for listening to Afternoona Delight. Where can you find us outside the pod? Head on over to afternoonadelight.com. That's AFTERNOONADELIGHT.com. You'll find links to all our social media, our book recs, K-pop and K-skincare recs, and if you want even more Afternoona Delight, because really who doesn't, you can join our Patreon, where you can choose the patron level that's right for you. Join in daily K-drama conversations, listen to bonus podcast episodes just for patrons, and participate in our monthly live K-drama support group via Zoom. We can't wait for you to be a part of the community. Until next time, annyeong!